fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820, or you can visit our website www.welllamb.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamb@gmail.com. Well Lamb Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
There. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medase.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
The best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
This is Starr Radio. This is
UK.
Starr Radio
UK.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Yes, hello. Let me say massive good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth and those of you on other planets as well. Want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Tuesday edition of the morning show. Today is the 9th day of July, the year 2024, with the time now exactly at 10:53 from the House of London. This is Starr Radio UK and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, and I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
Yes, let me say good morning to my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy. Francis, I hope you are doing very well as well. And then to the one and only Anthony Adedeji Aziz, Bishop Adeshina, Shamsuddin, Mr. Olayomi Koiki, Felix, Frank Davids, Mr. David Klochai, and Dr. Morton, and as many of you who tune in each day to listen to us. Mavis, massive good morning to you. Mavis Kufu. Yes, May, I hope you are doing very well, and Tete as well. Yes, let me say good morning to my lovely wife Lottie, wherever you are. Good morning to you, and to Dorothy. Yes, all of you, massive good morning to you, and every wonderful person who listens to us each day. It's a pleasure coming your way once again. Well, BB Clement, massive good morning to you, and then good morning also to Perry. Yes, Perry, I hope you are doing very well. Mr. Dan Tabiri, CEO of GIL Accountancy Services, my money man, I salute you. And as many of you who listen to us as well, as I did say earlier on, massive good morning and welcome to the program. Eben, good morning, all the way in Cape Town, and all of you listening to us across the world. Sir Moses, all the way in the UAE. Massive good morning to you, sir. I hope you are doing very, very well. So, let me put it this way. Welcome on board. All protocol observed. I didn't mention your name. Don't take it that I did appreciate you. I love you all to bits, and I say welcome on board. But do me a massive favor, share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones, and invite them to like our pages as well. From now till 12 o'clock, when I bring the program to a close, I'm going to be bringing you everything that you need to know, from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar. As I say on this platform, if it's making the headlines, be rest assured that I'm going to be touching on it. So wherever you are, let's crack on. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is the Tuesday edition of the morning show. And those of you on the YouTube, I think there's been a restart of the YouTube, so just bear with me. At times the signal does do that, but let me just redo it so that you can post your comments and everything that you want to do there. So wherever you are, don't even think of touching the dial. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. So for those of you who have tuned in for the first time to listen to us on this program, this is how the program goes. I'm going to bring you the quotes for the day. The weather forecast will follow suit. Then the travel update will follow suit from there. We'll have a look at some of the stories that is making the runs across the globe. That is known as global trotting. After which we then move on to see the details of all those stories. At a quarter to 12, the lines are open for you to add your voice to the discussions. Then at 12 o'clock exactly, we'll bring the program to a close. But remember, this afternoon exactly at 1:30, BB Clement will be coming your way with BB Means Business. So make sure you make a date with him. My apologies, with her. Make a date with her this afternoon. Okay? Let me say morning to Mr. Clement himself, the boss man himself. I hope you are doing very, very well, and to BB as well. All right then. So let's crack on. What does the quote for the day says? On the 9th day of July, we are going like no man's business. The future is not disconnected from the present. There is a strong correlation between the two. So your actions determine your actions today has a bearing on what is going to happen to you tomorrow. As some intelligent people or wise people do say, your input determines your output. So don't say, I'm looking up to tomorrow and therefore tomorrow everything is going to be good. So today I'm just going to be sleeping and not going out. That's why even God himself didn't allow manna to fall in the tents of the Israelites, but he allowed the manna to fall in the fields and then get them out to go and get it. Well, so going there at least is an expression of faith and knowing that you've made a move. So don't sit on your oars, get up and do something. All right then. So that is by way of the quote for the day. Now let's see what the weather has got in stock for us. It's been a mixed bag, hasn't it? And it's quite one of those. But today, for those of you in the UK, this is how the weather is going to be for you. I bring you the summary of the UK, and then I bring specifically what is happening in London and the southeastern areas. Right? Now today we'll see heavy and persistent rain drift northwards. It's going to be reaching northern Scotland by evening. For England and Wales, rain will tender will tend to clear, leaving patchy cloud and a few showers later. It's going to be breezy. Now tonight, much of the northern Scotland and northern Ireland will be cloudy with persistent rain. Elsewhere, variable cloud, clear breaks, and a few showery spells of rain, especially in eastern England. Now, when it comes to London and the southeastern part of England, this is what it's going to be. Now, this afternoon will start largely cloudy with spells of rain moving in from the southwest. It will generally be turning drier later, but where rain will linger, it can be quite heavy. Now tonight will remain rather cloudy with some patchy rain or showers. This turning more isolated in the early hours. A few clear intervals are still possible. However, top temperature 19 degrees, the lowest 14 degrees. Pollen level moderate, UV level low, pollution low. Sunset 21:16 and sunrise for tomorrow morning 04:55 hours. And that brings us to the end of the weather forecast. And that means I have to take you where? Onto the travels. What have I got for you? Keep your eyes on the roads. Keep your eyes on the roads as we keep you navigated. Our promise. On the Starr Radio Travel Update that comes your way every weekday from 10:40, but it's now 10:59. So what has the travels got for you? On the underground this morning, I can tell you shortly, good service throughout London Overground, DLR and London Tramlink, good service. But let's come to the major roads in London and let me tell you what is happening there. On the major roads in London, A40, Central London Red Routes and North Circular A406 are experiencing serious delays. So if you can avoid that, do your best to do so. Keep your eyes on the roads though as we keep you navigated. Now, River Bus has got good service. London Cable Car, good service there, bringing us to the final segment of the travel update. That is the National Rail. And what have I got there for you? On the National Rail this morning, Avanti West Coast Cross Country, Great Western Railway, Greater Anglia, Northern Rail, Southeastern, Thameslink and Transport for Wales are experiencing minor delays. ScotRail is offering special service, so please check before you leave. That aside, all the others are running a good service, and that is why I will say it once again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today, but you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the road. Let's take a commercial break. We come back and I'll bring you everything else that you need to know that is taking you global trotting. Stay tuned.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenating, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is the Tuesday edition of the morning show, and it's now time for Global Trotting, as I said. So what have I got for you this morning? Kicking off from Nigeria, as we normally will do. Emirate crisis will cause Yusuf's re-election. Kano APC saying court declines Yaya Bello's plea to transfer 80 billion fraud case to Kogi. And then APC governors blame hardship on global challenges. Of course, that's what they will do. What do you think they will say? Now everybody has to find somebody to blame. Yes, that's why there's a song that's every generation blames the one before it. Well, so this time around they couldn't blame anybody because they are the same people before it. So what they have to blame is external issues that is causing the global issues. Well, the federal government moves to crash prices of rice, maize, wheat, and other food items by removing taxes on them. Well, if that will go far enough to alleviate the pain that people are going through at the moment, why not? And custom generates 1 trillion naira from Apapa port in 6 months. That's quite good, isn't it? Provided the taxes are not overbearing. And then World Finance 2024 Awards, Zenith retains Best Commercial Bank in Nigeria and Best Corporate Governance. Well, that's good for them during a time where there seem to be some crisis with the bank, some of the banking in the banking sector and everything that is going on. But we'll be telling you more about all that as the program goes on. Lagos will reintroduce monthly environmental sanitation. Yes. Remember back in the day, in the 80s, there were this advert that they were running on TV. I mean, this is various media, that is TV and radio, and they talk about sanitation. Yeah, I remember it very, very well when I visited the place. Okay, and then in other stories as well, one that will, it says, new price of petrol emerges in Lagos, Abuja, Nasarawa, others as fuel scarcity happens. But yesterday we had during the program a rep from Dangote, one of the deputies directors, yes, one of the directors from there, saying that they are bringing light petrol, refining petrol onto the market is going to be taking place this month, this July, as they have promised. So let's see what happens on that front. We're following very, very, very closely. Now, in other stories as well, Rwanda acknowledges end of expulsion deal. Well, it is the first time Rwandan authorities have officially commented on plans by Britain's new Labour government to cancel the program, which Rishi has started. Rishi Sunak, Priti Patel, Swala Breverman, Hands of Africa. Oh, that was some of the demonstrations that was going on. Okay, well, in other stories as well, on the African front, can Diomaye Faye bring Burkina, Mali, and Niger back to the fold? That is the ECOWAS fold. That is the questions that is being asked because the chairman, the retained chairman, that is Tinubu of the I was going to say the United States of Nigeria. Yes, Nigeria decided to appoint Diomaye Faye, who is the president of Senegal, to be an envoy who will see to negotiate with Burkina, Mali, and Niger to bring them back to the fold. But the issue is, can he at all? Can he? And as these people have decided to form a confederacy, they think that because, like I said, if when various leaders in the sub-region are misbehaving and you don't say anything about that, and then the people saying that, well, we've had enough of whatever BS that is going on and decide to oust or do whatever thing, then we come out to say, well, what you did was wrong. But meanwhile, we sat there aloof, not doing anything about it, when these individuals were doing whatever thing, I mean, legal gymnastic or political gymnastic, trying to do everything possible to outweight opposition or do something just to control the people. And the people say, you know what, we're not going to be taking it lying down. And then we have leaders in the sub-region say, you know, you can't do that, you can't have a coup d'etat and blah blah blah. Okay, and interestingly, one other one, I was talking yesterday, some of the days when I come in and then I have discussions behind the scenes before we come on air, and I was talking with my producer who said that, well, I was telling him about carrying the people along with you when you are embarking on college structural adjustment or economic adjustment or tightening the belt and stuff like that. The Liberian president has slashed his salary by 40%. So if somebody comes to say, you know what, we want a 100% increment, he can say, I'm leading by example. See what I've done. But can we say that about Nigerian leaders? Can we say that about Ghanaian leaders? Can we say that about which African leaders, or especially countries where we are suffering? Can we say that about that our leadership are doing something for everybody to know that they are not taking any increment, and therefore if they say you cannot have it, you understand that we are all in it together. But listen, I saw Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, global trotting. Now, landing in Ghana, Ghana Armed Forces has been subpoenaed to testify in the ambulance procurement trial. Will they appear? Are they a law to themselves? Wow. And MPP unveiled Sepoko Prempeh as Bawumia's running mate today. We'll see how it all pans out. But some are calling for a debate between Bawumia and the NDC's flag bearer, or the former president, that is John Mahama. But one of the spokespersons of John Mahama, that is Hawa Montara, have I pronounced it well? Is saying that there is no need. My apologies. Joyce Bauer is saying that there is no need for Mahama Bawumia debate. There is no need for Mahama and Bawumia debate. But what I think about all that is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, Ghana has won a case where in one of the international arbitration courts, where the courts have denied ENI and Vitol's 7 billion claims against Ghana. That's GMPC. That's what the Attorney General is saying. So if that Attorney General did work about that on that, and we chuck such victory, somebody say why not? Then kudos to them. But we'll be looking into that story as well. But amazing work. This is what the EC chair is saying to the IGP, National Election Security Task Force. Well, do you think they need the military to help them in that quest? As some people are saying now, the military are only taught to shoot and kill. That's all that they know. So they come in, they don't know anything like, trying to deal with things peacefully or gently and that stuff. They just come in, boom, and the people don't like that. But well, sometimes people need a boom to make them set up, because they think nothing is happening. My uncle, who died just a couple of weeks ago, or a week plus ago, a few days back now, he was a member of the so let's call it the MPP or the Buzia regime. He was a deputy minister for information, A.A. Abedi, honorable, as they call him. When we go to work, because I work with him, when we go to various places, that's what people call him. Years after they've left office and all that, they call him honorable. Okay. Now, he says that when you're discussing something, or you are talking to a blind person and you are angry, but the person, because he's blind, can't see your anger, because if I can see you, I can see from your face the anger and frustration that you're going through. He says that slap the person, and the person will know that, whoa, this person is serious or is angry about whatever he's saying. Now, because the person is blind, not literally, that's what we're not saying that we'll go around go slapping blind people. No, not literally, but because the person cannot comprehend or understand or see where you're coming from, you do that and makes the person know that this person is serious about whatever thing that they want to do. Okay, so, well, maybe the IGP might have to get the military involved in that, if it will make people set up and know that you cannot go around misbehaving anyway, any shape at all. Now, in other stories as well, Senate has debunked claims that Freddie Blake's son offered 200 million for its hotels. Now, if they didn't, why would Freddie Blake make that statement? The Security and National Insurance Trust and the Senate had refuted the claims made by Mr. Freddie Blake that the trust rejected his son's bid, valued between 150 and 200 million. Well, they have to come again. Did he actually even Was his application allowed in there? We're going to be looking at all that as the program goes on. But this is Star Radio UK at 13 minutes past the top of the hour, and we'll take you to other parts of the world as well. Now, Joe Biden has condemned the Russian brutality after deadly Ukraine strikes, but Russia has come out to say that we didn't target any hospitals, but it could be the fact that Ukraine was also using the anti-missiles to stop it. That might have caused that explosion to take place in the children's hospital. So that's what they are saying. But there is a question that is looming that people are asking, that why did Russia attack Kyiv or Ukraine in this manner whilst just a couple of days before NATO meets in the US? Who knows? This NATO summit could save or sink Biden's candidacy. But let's see what happens. White House fights back against doubts on Biden's fitness. Do you think Biden is still the man? But I was saying the other time, we in this part of the world, you can have a leader. So that's why we had Boris Johnson there. People were saying he wasn't, when it comes to performance, or he himself, he wasn't one who looks at the small or the little writings or the no. He is one who can just bring people together. You have a look at it, and then he comes to announce it. Okay, it can be. We have leaders like that. So the people around the person are the ones who are seen to doing the job. So if we take somebody like Joe Biden saying that he's old and blah 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 and blah blah blah, and he thinks, listen, I've gotten around me people who are good, meticulous, who are well taught, okay, or knowledgeable in particular fields, and they are the ones who are doing the job. I only sit as a prefect or the head boy, looking at everything, or the head teacher looking at everything that is being that is going on. The CEO saying to it that, oh yes, give me the report, give me the report, and I can do that. Why not? And again, why don't we judge him on his performance rather than going to a debate and talking? It's not everybody who has got the gift of the gab. Yeah, it's not everybody. It's more to do with actions than words. As we say, action speaks louder than words. And this is what I think the Democrats should be championing if they think that the only way forward is Joe Biden. And Macron has asked French Prime Minister to stay on as political deadlock continues. We'll be looking at that. Australia appoints special envoy to tackle anti-Semitism. And Russian court has jailed theater figures over IS wives play. Why? It's just a play, or they think that they are subconsciously turning, or okay. Now, here in the UK, fall after fall, care home accused of neglect as BBC finds 2,500 need improvement. Okay. And leveling up, phrase to be erased, says Minister, powered by leveling up. The new government, the Starmer government has different thoughts there. But this morning, the mayors visited Downing Street for devolution talks. The mayors of the various what do you call it, in England? Yes, about 11 of them have met in Downing Street for devolution powers. So let's see how that is going to pan out for people there. A next regulator condemns over toxic culture, and Sunak names new top team as Lord Cameron resigns. Okay, Lord Cameron, of course, he will resign. Now he's going to be sitting in the House of Lords. Well, he came in, he tried to steady the ship when it comes to foreign relations. Well, he did his best there, but their best wasn't good enough. So this and a lot we're going to be coming your way at 17 minutes past 11. Let's take a musical break, and once we come back, I bring you everything else that you need to know. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Enough for me. from JBR and McAfee though.
Satisfaction you can never find in yourself or in another human's eyes. You tried everything, but what joy did it bring? You thought you were feeling high, but you were living a lie. I doubted when they told me that you could make it right. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but I knew it'll turn out right. I looked into myself and the emptiness inside. Tell me, can you feel me? How are you enough for me? Enough for me? Would you satisfy me completely? I want to believe you are all that I need, my God, enough for me.
Who'd have ever thought that I'd find someone like you who loves me unconditionally like the way you do? Every single day I wake up and I pray that your mercy and your grace will find me in all kinds of ways. So in those darkest times, like Daniel in the den, or even if it's like Lazarus who was dead and in the grave, I'm gonna look up to the hills like David did to you and cry out with all faith in me that God, you're enough for me, enough for me. You satisfy me completely.
This is Starr Radio UK.
I've come to believe you are all that I need, my God, enough for me.
Yeah, enough for me, enough for me. You satisfy me completely. I've come to believe you are all that I need, my God, enough for me. You did not let go of me. You said you will take care of me. In my days I've never seen the righteous abandoned or forsaken, no.
Jesus Christ stepped in for me when he died on Calvary. He supplied my every need and proved without a doubt he's enough for me, enough for me. He satisfies me completely. I've come to believe you're all that I need. God, you're enough for me. I've come to believe you are all that I need, my God, enough.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Enough for me, enough for me. You satisfy me completely. I've come to believe you are all that I need, my God, enough for me. You did not let go of me. You said you will take care of me. In my days I've never seen the righteous abandoned or forsaken, no.
Jesus Christ stepped in for me when he died on Calvary. He supplied my every need and proved without a doubt he's enough for me, enough for me. He satisfies me completely. I've come to believe you're all that I need. God, you're enough for me.
Nyamabu esu bonam edi bonam le lusianu me never bobina ewe kumia nyamabu esu
lovely tune coming from McAfee and Ajua JBR this morning. Enough for me. Is God enough for you? Yes, I can say it's enough for me. What about you?
My God, enough for me.
But this is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Days have never seen the righteous abandoned or forsaken, no.
Jesus Christ stepped in for me when he
On a dull or damp day here in London where, but you know what? If you're listening to me, then I'm making sure that you have a great day wherever you might be.
He satisfies me completely. I've come to believe.
Yeah, but I'm taking you to or through all the stories that have brought the headlines to you during the global trotting time, and I can tell you that there's lots there to come your way. This is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London.
You're enough for me. You're enough for me. God is enough. You are enough for me.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Okay, welcome back to the program Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to 11:26, and let's crack on and bring you all the details of the stories that we did put across earlier on. Aside from Nigeria, where we normally do. Now, Emirates crisis will cause Yusuf re-election, Kano APC saying the leadership of All Progressive Congress in Kano State on Monday expressed our conviction that a new Nigerian People's Party will be rejected by the people of Kano in 2027 following the political crisis rocking the state. The APC statement was in response to an earlier report quoting the Kano NNPP chairman Hashimu Dugurawa as saying that the Kano Emirates crisis could cause President Bola Tinubu's re-election in 2027. Kano has been embroiled in crisis since May 24, 2024, when Governor Abba Yusuf reinstated Mahmoud Zanuzi as the Emir of Kano. The development followed the repeal of the 2019 Kano Emirates law, leading to the removal of the 15th Emir of Kano, Aminu Ado Bayero, and his counterparts in Bichi, Karai, Rano, and Gaya. The 5 emirs sacked by Yusuf were installed in 2020 by immediate past Governor Abdullahi Ganduje. The matter has become a legal issue as the deposed 15th Emir of Kano has rejected his removal. At the moment, Ado Bayero occupies the mini palace at Nasarawa while Sanusi stays at the main palace in Kano. Now, court verdicts are being awaited to resolve the crisis. On Sunday, the Kano NNPP chairman Dungurawa accused Tinubu of taking sides, saying the crisis in Kano will cause him re-election in 2027. Do you think that is going to be? Somebody say, well, it's something in the north, in Kano, a particular state. Now, who cares what is going on there? But you know what? People do care about things like that. But updates from Nigeria. The court, the chief judge of the Federal High Court, Justice John Soho has declined the request to transfer an 80 billion naira fraud trial of ex-Kogi governor Yaya Bello from Abuja to Kogi State. In a judgment on Monday, the court directed that the request by Bello for the transfer of the alleged money laundering case instituted against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission to Kogi State be presented in an open court. In a letter addressed to his lawyers, Mr. Abdul Wahab Mohammed and Musa Yakubu, the chief judge drew the attention of the former governor's counsel to a pending appeal in the case Yaya Adoza Bello versus FRN, wherein the defendant had sought a consequential order remitting the case to the chief judge for reassignment. The letter, signed by his special assistant, said, as a result, it will be improper to take any steps tantamount to preempting the outcome of the appeal. There is documentary evidence of the pending appeal in the case of Yaya Ajo Bello, filed on the 17th of May, wherein the defendant as appellant has sought a consequential order remitting the case to the chief judge for reassignment. It is not proper to take any step that will be tantamount to preempting the outcome of the appeal. So let's see what happened. The main issue raised are the jurisdictional in nature and will be more appropriately decided by the court. The matter should therefore be presented in a court, in an open court, the CJ stated. The chief judge noted that the main offense alleged bordered on the conversion of Kogi State funds to purchase properties in Abuja, and that the filing of the charge could either be in Abuja or Lokoja. Okay, so let's see hear from the legal experts what they think about that. But it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. In other stories as well, the chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum and Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma has exonerated President Bola Tinubu from the current economic hardship ravaging the country. The governor insisted it would be unfair for anybody to blame the president, describing the biting hardship as a global phenomenon not limited to Nigeria. Uzodinma made a statement when he came on a solidarity visit to the secretariat of the APC in Abuja to commiserate with the national chairman of the ruling party, Dr. Abdullah Ganduje, over the loss of his mother-in-law. He was accompanied by Governors Basi Otu of Cross River, Lucky Ayedatiwa of Ondo, and Abiodun Oyebanji of Ekiti State. He said, we don't need to overflog the horse. The truth of the matter is that the APC has done very well in Nigeria. What is happening currently is a global economic problem. The President Bola Tinubu is also bringing out policies to ensure that, given the kind of economy and situation he met on the ground, he has started the treatment. But the question is, what did his predecessors do? And especially his immediate predecessor. It goes on further to say, by the grace of God, I am very confident that very soon Nigerians will be jubilant about how he has managed to navigate the waters. Now, somebody say, how to sustain our lives until that time is the question. How do we survive that? Okay. But it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Still updates from Nigeria. Federal government moves to crash prices of rice, maize, wheat, other food items, and removes taxes on food importation. The Nigerian government has removed import duties and taxes on the import of selected items. The government said that it has granted 150-day duty-free import window for food commodities, maize, brown rice, wheat, and cowpeas. The Minister of Agriculture, Abubakar Kyari, disclosed that the Nigerian government has approved 2 trillion naira to tackle food inflation. Well, we hope that that works, because that could actually cut or curtail the high cost of living crisis, food shortages, and everything that seems to be prices of food hiking in the part of the world. But the customs are saying that they have generated 1.2 trillion naira from Apapa port in only 6 months. The Apapa Command of the Nigerian Customs Services on Monday announced a total revenue collection of 1.02 trillion from the command between January to June 2024. Speaking during the half-year media briefing in Lagos, the Customs Area Controller, Apapa Port Comptroller Bambatunde Olumu, said the collection rose by 143% compared to 421.38 billion collected in 2023. The customs attributed the revenue increase to the command improved trade facilitation, revenue recovery, and anti-smuggling strategies since he assumed office on May 6, 2024. Now, this collection is coming despite a sharp reduction in the volume of trade. It is necessary to note that the extra measures have been put in place to prevent losses of government revenue. Upon taking over as area controller of Apapa, I set up a revenue recovery committee comprising seasoned and dedicated officers with a mandate to carry out more detailed look into areas of leakages, especially in bonded terminals under Apapa command. Wow, so they've done well there, haven't they? It's quite an interesting one, isn't it? But this is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Well, oh, the holes there, plugging them all. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, listeners, Starr Radio UK. Now, I remember back in the day, sanitation issue that goes on in Ghana. I don't know whether they still do that, where I remember during Jerry's time, and then once in a month, or I don't know, yeah, we have a cleaning day where we go dredge the gutters, sweep the localities and stuff like that. But back in the day when I was in Nigeria, there were adverts that were going on in the main media or on the main media platforms, and Lagos is set to reintroduce monthly environmental sanitation. The Lagos state government is set to announce the reintroduction of a monthly environmental sanitation in the state. In a 21-second clip shared on the Lagos State Environment Update page on X, the State Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tokumbo Wahab, said reintroduction has been approved by the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. He also said the State Executive Council has given its approval for the introduction of monthly exercise. The sanitation, which will commence in July, will be officially announced by the governor soon, he added. Wahab, who spoke in Yoruba language, said Lagos Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and the State Executive Council have approved the reintroduction of a monthly sanitation. The governor will announce it officially for the exercise to commence this month. The government stopped the monthly environmental sanitation exercise in the state in 2016. The then Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Steve Ayorinde, in a statement, has said the decision to cancel the monthly exercise followed a resolution adopted at the State Executive Council meeting. Lagos has grown exponentially with the attendant environmental problems associated with managing 20 million people. The environmental laws and procedures being practiced in the state have not been able to match the growth and the dream of a 24-hour economy, Ayorinde had then said. But well, so with everything, the view that a reintroduction of monthly environmental day is what will sort the issue out for them. How many bins do we have in town where people can actually throw their garbage in and stuff like that? How many? Okay. Now, the final story from Nigeria still. New price of petrol emerges in Lagos, Abuja, Nasarawa, others as fuel scarcity persists. Now, the fuel scarcity across the country appears to have taken a new turn as black marketers take advantage of the situation. The surrounding states and the Federal Capital Territory were also impacted by the West supply crisis in recent memory. Despite long lineups that extended over a kilometer, roadside black traders were earning a healthy living. A fresh wave of gasoline shortages has hit Lagos State and other regions of the nation, resulting in long lines as gas stations and sharp prices increase for fuel, with some stores selling for an unsettling 900 naira per liter. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. The supply crisis also affected the Federal Capital. On Monday, many gas stations on the Federal Capital were closed, and the handful that were open offered gasoline as much as 900 naira per liter. The black market was also booming, with a 10-liter gasoline canister selling for as much as 12,000 at one point. Well, but Dangote refinery is assuring Nigerians that, look, we have enough capacity to actually refine enough fuel for Nigeria and even have enough excess to still export. But is or are the oil mafias having a way or doing something or trying to impact the free flow of fuel for Nigerians to use? Well. This all come your way from Starr Radio. Okay, it is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And now let's move on to other parts of Africa as well at 11:39. Two stories I'll be bringing. Okay, let me bring you one from there. And this pertains to a leader on the African continent in the West African sub-region. Now, Liberia's President Joseph Boakai has announced a 40% reduction in his annual salary, lowering it from $13,400 to $8,000 per year. The move comes in response to growing public scrutiny of government salaries and widespread discontent over the rising cost of living in Liberia. President Boakai's office stated that he hopes this decision will set a precedent for responsible governance and show solidarity with the people of Liberia. This action is similar to that of his predecessor George Weah, who also reduced his salary by 25%. Reactions to the pay cut have been mixed. Some people praise the move, while others question its significance, since the president still receives benefits such as daily allowance and medical coverage, blah blah blah. Anderson D. Miamen from the Center of Transparency and Accountability in Liberia called the pay cut welcoming. He hopes that the public will see where the deductions go and how they will be used to positively impact people's lives. Now, W. Lawrence Yole, the second, who also advocates for the government's transparency, described the decision as commendable and emphasized that leadership should start from the top. He also hopes that the president Boakai's benefit will be reviewed in the next budget. I don't think he wants that to be reviewed. He's sacrificed 40% of his annual wages, so I think that will go far enough, because that is better than those who don't do anything of the sort, and all that they are looking forward to is to make sure that give us more, some more benefit, and they tell the public, now you know what, tighten up, there are tough times coming, but he is leading by example. Kudos to him. And let's see what other African leaders will take from his page or his book. Listeners, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's move on straight to one other story. Now, the Rwandan government says it is aware of the UK's intention to halt its plan to deport asylum seekers to the East African country. In a statement released on Monday, the Rwanda government spokesperson's office said the deal was initiated by the UK to address the irregular immigration crisis affecting the UK, a problem that concerns the UK, not Rwanda. It is the first time Rwandan authorities have officially commented on plans by Britain's new Labour government to cancel the program, which has been criticized by human rights watchdogs and others as cruel and inhumane. It is unclear whether Rwandan authorities are responding to press reports or have been officially informed of plans to terminate the agreement. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer said at his first press conference on Saturday that the Rwandan deportation plan was dead and buried before it even commenced. Well, Starr Radio UK now taking you straight to Ghana as well. The lines are open if you want to hop in or hop out, whatever you want to do. Feel free to do so. Call us on 0208 07013322257. Or you can text us at 0753-966-1744. Our Twitter handle is at Starr Radio UK, and email address is info at starradiouk.com. Our X handle. You know, I always say our Twitter because, yes, old school, that is what is there, right? Okay. All right then. Now in Ghana as well, the Ghana Armed Forces have been subpoenaed to appear in the ambulance procurement trial case that is going on. The Ghana Armed Forces has been subpoenaed by lawyers for the third accused person in the ongoing ambulance procurement trial to testify and give documentary evidence of the Financial and Economic Court as he challenges the authenticity of the dismissal letter the prosecution relied on to cross-examine him. Now, Deputy Attorney General Alfred Tua Yeboah, during cross-examination of Richard Jakpa, sought to suggest to the court that the witness was dismissed from the Ghana Armed Forces for persistent acts of misconduct and heavy indebtedness to individuals and institutions. Richard Jakpa, in an interview after proceedings, said denied any knowledge of the purported sack letter tendered into evidence by the prosecution, and said he was not even copied in the letter he claimed he was seeing for the first time. The businessman is thus compelling the Ghana Armed Forces through his lawyer to appear at the High Court to testify under oath about the authenticity of the dismissal letter. Now, whether he was dismissed or not, what bearing has that got in the ambulance case? Boy, this is proper legal gymnastics that is taking place. Where would that take place? Of course, you know where I'm talking about. Yeah. All right. But still bringing you some stories from Ghana as well. Joyce Bawa Mokhtari, yes, the spokesperson for the John Mahama campaign team, has firmly rejected calls for a pre-election debate between the NDC flag bearer and Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, the flag bearer of the MPP. Despite growing appeals from political analysts and various stakeholders, Bawa Mokhtari dismissed the idea of a debate between the two prominent contenders. During an interview yesterday, Bawa Mokhtari lauded Mahama's exceptional extensive knowledge on general issues. Now, she however hesitated to accept an invitation for a debate, citing the current state of government performance as rendering such a debate unnecessary. She expressed supreme confidence in John Mahama's ability to outshine any presidential aspirants in a debate scenario. The former Deputy Transport Minister emphasized that the key issues for the 2024 general elections are well known to Ghanaians, suggesting that there is little appetite among voters for a formal debate. And that is what I'm talking about. Actions speaking louder than words. Action. So what have you done in the past that we have to judge you on? This is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. In another story making the rounds, a couple of them and a few, okay, before we leave Ghana. The International Arbitration Tribunal has denied an action filed by the ENI and Vitol claimants against the government of Ghana and Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, in which the claimant was seeking some $7 billion for breaches. The tribunal in a decision found that unitization directive in the circumstances in which they were issued were wrongful and dismissed, saying the Attorney General Godfrey Yeboah in a statement issued on Monday, July 8, said tribunal denied the claimants their claims of $7 billion and reviewed it rather $915 million in addition to interest. The tribunal denied the claimants all claims to monetary damages or compensation. The claimant claimed $7 billion United States dollars. This was subsequently reviewed to $915 million United States dollars plus interest by the end of the proceedings. This was dismissed in its entirety. The tribunal also dismissed in the entirety the claimant's claim against GMPC regarding allocation of fees and costs. The tribunal held that all the parties will be required to pay their own legal fees, costs, the Attorney General in the statement said. Well, so do you think the Attorney General did well there? Okay, well, somebody say he represented the country and managed to get them to do or get the verdict that the country needs. They're not going out to go pay nothing. A dismissed policeman who jumped bail 5 years ago for defilement have been arrested at the Kotika International Airport. Was he going or was he coming? That's the issue. That's the question on the lips of most people. But one final story, then we'll move on from there. I'll try to see whether we can. The chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Jane Mensah, has described the collaborative work between her outfit and Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Ekufudampare, and the National Election Security Task Force as fruitful, and thanked the IGP for an amazing work. Now, speaking at their meeting with the National Election Security Task Force at the headquarters of the Electoral Commission on Monday, July 8, 2024, the EC chair said the Commission has absolute confidence in the security agencies to ensure incident-free polls in the upcoming December 7th national election. He said, I'm happy to note that all the activities we have undertaken so far have been very successful and inclusive, and all citizens who wished to register had the opportunity to do so. We couldn't have done this without the cooperation of our security agencies. We had meetings with the IGP and National Security Task Force, and I would like to recognize the amazing work that they have done so far. We've enjoyed fruitful collaboration with them, and that has led to the fruitful exercises we have had so far, the EC board said. According to the EC chair, the National Election Security Task Force, which comprises personnel of the various security agencies in the country under the leadership of the IGP, has been efficient in providing security for EC personnel and their activities across the country. Now, further praising the police, the EC chairperson said the police ensured that officers of the Commission's mobile teams also enjoyed protection, just as their registration centers. We enjoy police presence in all our registration centers, and the police also provided security for our mobile teams when they moved around the country. I would like to pledge our commitment to always work with the security agencies to ensure objectives of ensuring free and transparent elections are achieved. On his part, the IGP said, we are grateful to the public and the EC and all stakeholders for the cooperation we have had from them so far. I will continue to urge them to support the police in ensuring that Ghana continues to be the beacon of hope for the continent and beyond. This is the only country we have, and we need to ensure it's always peaceful. What do you think the people who are against him, who wanted to oust him, will be thinking now? They say, you know what? We told you that you need to get him out of there before election comes. But do you think that's going to happen or not? Well, this is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. One final story. The Secretary of National Insurance Trust, that SNIT, has refuted the claims made by Mr. Freddie Blade that the trust rejected his son's bid valued between 150 million and 200 million, insisting the claim is not substantiated. The former national chairman of the governing New Patriotic Party had alleged in an interview that his 34-year-old son wanted to buy shares of the Social Security and National Insurance Trust in some hotels advertised in 2022. He claimed that his son, a big player in the tourism sector, submitted a bid of between 150 and 200 million dollars for about 6 SNIT hotels, but his bid was not accepted. My son is about 33 to 34 years old. He's grown up and involved in business. I don't answer questions for him, but that apart, my son, if you care to know, is not just involved in hotels, he's involved in tourism industry. Now, SNIT offered to sell several hotels. He wanted a package, and my son's company, Spartan Ives, that's SSA, applied alongside about 12 or so companies. He offered to buy it for over 150 to 200 million dollars, with a syndicate of banks supporting him and a well-branded hotel chain, he said. But addressing the media in Accra on Monday, the SNIT Director General Kofi Osafo Mafo stated emphatically that no such offer was made by the senior presidential advisor's son. The claim that Snaith received an offer of 150 to 200 and turned it down is not accurate. With all due respect, because the offer was never made, the offer was never even opened. It failed at the technical stage, and therefore the assertion that they offered us 150 to 200 million can't be substantiated. So he's of the view that, well, if they had gotten to a point where they have to open that, so maybe some logistical or some delays caused their bid not to have even surfaced there at all. But if you can see that state or government can make more money from that, why shouldn't we open the bid, but rather sell it at that rate? But well, as I did say, this is Africa, when leadership does things and the public, or they just sit aloof, not doing anything. And when it happens that people say we won't take this any longer, we had leadership in the sub-region say, no, you can't do that. No, you have to just keep them there. No, we want democracy restored. But the question is, can it be? Would it be? Listeners, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right. Now, because of our time at 6 minutes to the top of the hour, where we're going to be bringing the program to a close, let me quickly bring you a couple of stories from the international community, and we'll move on from there. Well, Putin seems to be enjoying some friendship or some rubbing of shoulders with some countries who we thought. So the Indian Prime Minister has visited Putin after we had Hungarian President also visiting him. Well, so that puts some wind in the sails of Putin. Well, another summit is going to be taking place, and the question is that why Putin attacked Ukraine? Now, yesterday we were talking about the fact that children's hospital have been attacked, and children undergoing cancer treatment and various treatment were being carried by their parents or staff outside the hospital with all the tubes connection to various gadgets that they are supposed to be on. You look at all those things, but Russia is saying that, it's not our target. We didn't target our hospital. We targeted maybe military military target. That is what we targeted. And then it might be that when they were using their counter drones or whatever, that's what might have caused that to happen. But what do you think? This is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now let's come to the UK, and then we can bring the first part of the program, bring the program to a close. Now, various mayors in England have visited number 10 Downing Street because the new Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, is on a quest to actually devolve them. So devolution. Now, that was after he arrived from his 3-nation tour that he took after his coming into office as the new Prime Minister. So let's see what is going to happen out of there. However, Sunak has named new top teams as Lord Cameron's resign. Rishi Sunak has confirmed his interim shadow cabinet after 12 members of his top team lost their seats in the general election. Ex-Prime Minister Lord Cameron, who had made a surprise return to cabinet in November, has resigned and been replaced by his former deputy Andrew Mitchell as shadow foreign secretary. Now, Richard Holden has also resigned as party chairman after he described as a very tough set of results, and is replaced by former economic secretary to the treasury Richard Fuller as interim chairman. Many of the key briefs remain unchanged, with Jeremy Hunt named as shadow chancellor and James Cleverly as shadow home secretary, mirroring the portfolios they held in government. However, James Cartledge has been appointed shadow defense secretary, and Ed Aga Shadow Justice Secretary after Grant Shapps and Alex Chalk lost their seats. The Conservatives now have only 121 MPs, the lowest number in the party's history after losing 251 seats in a Labour landslide. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we bring the program to a close for today. But remember, this afternoon exactly at 1:30, I'll be bringing you the only program that targets your opportunities, your business, and gives you the oomph to be able to rise up to the level that you want. That is BB Means Business with BB Clement. So stay tuned and don't go away. Let's take a commercial, and once we come back, after that, I bring you the final tune for this morning, Enfamin Koho, cover version of Kojenji's song by Ajabia. But stay tuned, don't you go away.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
So let me say thank you very much for tuning in this morning to join us on the Starr Radio UK morning show. It's been a pleasure coming your way. It's been me, your one and only Archie. Tomorrow and Thursday there is going to be some work going on here, therefore we're not going to be having a live show. But remember, at dawn, Reverend Michael Esiama, my big reverend himself, he'll be coming your way with the Power Hour, sponsored by the Power Word International. So remember, that program will be coming your way. But as we sign off, this is from Ajabia, a cover version of Kojuenchi's song. It says Enfamin Koho. Don't take me there, but I have taken you there, bringing you everything that you need to know. On that note, I say bye bye and have a blessed day. Ciao.
Domino, and I want him makuma, mede makuma kuachewa.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, yeah. What me bear with desert? Yeah. Any baby with me, now what do me if I went no more? What do me by I was up off no, but yeah, don't know I should share me. All those sad and me pacho, it's your family, see, hey, now marry us now, mommy, watch me, no, dear, order your way, come here in Tefenia, Kwani dot me fata, come penny out, bepe me doni out, better me, yedo bedi me wagro, and flamenco.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.
Heartbreaks, lies, other men flamenco, Marco make it why, and flamenco.